Installing. Please stand by.
All right. Just to get that a little refreshment for my voice. And there we go. Game number 4, boys, between Bain and Upps.
Battle control initialized.
And we're starting this time on Winding Woods. Once again, they're actually picking the most popular picks from this season. Also, this map has been very liked by War Factory first players and rack skips, especially Anju, for example. Anju went rack skip a lot on this map. Pretty much every set that I have seen from him during the pulls consisted out of one Winding Woods with a rack skip. I hope that Triple PT can. Well, I think actually the stats are on the leaderboard for RAGL. Maybe I should look at that. Because I've seen some pretty cool things with the ladder system and the RAGL system. What you can do, you can let your replay be analyzed, so you can see what kind of build order you went to, how many pillboxes you build, stuff like that. Yada yada yada. Talking about rack skips, there is Bain starting in the top left corner as Trans this time. And he's going for that rack skips. And it seems like Upps is going for double ref on this map. So that will give him an early eco boost. And it seems like Moods has taken over control from Bain here. Bain is probably Upps is like, what the fuck is this? Is this fake town? It's a good idea to send a scout forward. Oh wow, actually he could have blocked. He could have blocked the War Factory in case of a Ranger. Because Rangers, like, if vehicles can't crush infantry, they are getting blocked by a rifleman in this case. If it was a light tank, then the light tank just would have come out and crushed him. Which I wonder, does a rifleman have the capability to dodge a crush when a vehicle comes out of the War Factory? Because I believe instead of it being a move command and they're trying to fight for that same cell, I think the light tank in that case gets priority to fill in that cell because he comes out of the War Factory, right? Not sure how that works, but I wonder if that's possible. I'm not looking forward to the first water polo training after 6 months of inactivity. We'll probably feel like throwing with a bowling ball while swimming in syrup. Man, I feel you, and I am already going to tell you it's going to be worse, and I'm probably going to cry like a bitch tomorrow. Because, on the day itself, it's not that bad, really. But usually the day after, or the day after tomorrow, is even worse. Do people still beat the shit out of each other in water polo? Maybe I should look into water polo. Sounds exciting. Alright, let's see, because there's a lot of chaos here. Fake power plant, sandbags. This is a base that I'm usually not looking... that I usually not look at. I mean... So let's have a look at the game here. 5 harvesters for Bain. He's going for that second early War Factory yet again. And he's going to stay on 1 rack so far. Meanwhile, Upps is going for double ref, build an extra racks this time before SD. And he's going to build a couple more. Interesting. Pretty decent timing. It's the same timing as double ref basically, just a little bit sooner. Now he is on that second War Factory. If he ever watches this back, I don't think this is a bad build depending on what you want to do. But I think he could have squeezed in an extra Rex before going to that position. Ooh, there goes the Ranger. Losing the Ranger this early on is pretty crucial. Sometimes even in this stage of the game, I tend to rebuild the Ranger just because I still, even after all those nerfs he had, it's still a very solid scouting unit. And if you can train yourself to keep it active and keep looking for the army in positions where they are, you can get so many favorable trades. Or just go like in and out, take out a ref, just because of one unit. Of course, if you go Radar Dome later on, you can pretty much accomplish the same thing with air units. But you need to be aware of it. This is not looking good for Upside. Wouldn't advise him to take this position. Does he know about the MCV? Yes, he does. Ooh, there's Upps going for the same thing. But that... oh no, that army is mainly rockets. That's pretty expensive. A lot of lives were lost there. But that's pretty aggressive from Bain. But Upps is feeling confident he needs to take that position. Oh wow. Man, Bain has been really pressuring here in this game. And early on we're seeing a very dangerous flank here with 3 medium tanks and a pretty decent sized blob containing... oh, well, let's see how many rocket soldiers in there. 4 rocket soldiers. It's not too bad. Interesting. Trying to take the Rex out. Unfortunate. Well, Upps retreated his entire army, so that's good news for Bain. No resistance here for the time being. Working on restoring his eco. Looks pretty good for now. Has 4 harvesters working here with 2 refs. Going to give him a good boost for now. Yep, and now he's able to move out the main MCV and take this position in the middle. Wait, what? That looks weird, man. He looks like he's standing like this, just leaning against the cliff, like, they don't see me, boys. They don't see me. I hope he's going to do something pretty soon. Oh, there's Bain trying that same flank with the same army, but yeah, Upps just merged his entire army. Now it's going to be cleaned up for now. But was it all a distraction? Because here comes wave number 2 from Bain, and he has... no way. No way. He does not know that that is there. But I think Upps saw it. I'm not entirely sure. But he moved his army just a little bit backwards here. Alright, still. This is bad news for Upps though. Oh, wow. Harvesters just activated their boost. Speed over the water. There's Upps trying to retaliate. Bain has a lot of pillboxes ready, and Upps, his tanks are not in a good position here. He's taking a lot of damage and he's going to retreat for now. I wonder if it doesn't ring a bell that there was no MCV here. Bain! Bain! Oh, Bain! Bain! Ah. Well, it's not a Bain game without a Bain MCV. I was looking at the chat, even Goat told him to just stop it. Just like, Bain, don't do that, stop it. There's not a good reason to do that. Bain should have enough here to keep this fortification safe. Well, it's more like a wooden fortification, but look at that concave. Look at that infantry just crawling in to take that out. That was really nicely done. They were almost attacked from an angle of like half a circle pretty much. That was insane. That was a good cleanup. That could bring him back into the game. Yeah, he actually took the lead there. That was a really nice cleanup. So it's still a pretty even game. Both players are going to Radar Dome just sooner and sooner the more games goes on. We're at minute 10 and both players are on Radar Dome. We're going to see some Radar Dome action. Oh, that was a nice scout from Upps. I don't think Upps saw that because he's too busy trying to defend from this small army. Oh, Harvester barely survives. Bain is going in. Oh, and that army, the split off is working exactly how he planned it out. Onto the eco slide. Caught a couple of harvesters retreating or coming back. And now Upps is moving the harvesters in. Yeah, Bain has to move that army if he doesn't want to lose that entire army and lose his advantage. Oh, yeah. I was assuming it's from Bain because Bain usually just goes straight to tech center if he's teching up. Oh, and we're seeing a phase transport coming action. So this is France's special unit. Invisible transport with... I'm guessing it has a turret on it, which is basically the same as a rocket soldier's damage. I'm not entirely sure. Probably not. I don't think it's that good versus vehicles. But anyways, we're going to see something that I used to like a lot when I was grinding France. But what usually happened to me is I was just spending too much energy and focusing into microing Taya in the phase transport that I pretty much denied everything else. So let's see if that is going to be the case for Bain or if it's going to be really rewarding. It can be really rewarding just by denying tech with a nice snipe. Usually not a lot of people expect a phase transport with Taya, even though they're facing France. People just usually think about fake buildings. But yeah, he's doing really nicely here. Nice tank positioning here. Keeps a lot of his infantry safe, and he took out a lot of infantry from Upps. And he's moving in to take out the main. Let's see where that phase transport is going. Oh, going for the war factory here. Is that Upps' only war factory? Yes, it is. Oh, no more tank production. It's not going to risk much here. Bain. Wow. Well, this could be pretty good for him here. Let's see if it works out. Okay, the Puncho phase. Okay, I thought this was probably... I think what Widow is referring to is, I'm guessing, there's probably like a theory where you just put phase transport in every exit from a building. So let's say put a phase transport in every single ref from your opponent and put a phase transport in front of every single war factory. That would be fucking hilarious. Not sure if that will work though. Morkel, I can't believe you're asking this question after I reviewed the camo pillboxes. Tanks don't have stealth detection, my friend. And here comes Bain with his tier 3. Build a couple of longbows to deny the air for Upps. Let's see if we have seen... Oh! Spy from Upps, where is it going? Oh, interesting. But he's moving forward, he's feeling confident. He's in a good lead right here. He has double the army value from Upps here, with lots of longbows, lots of medium tanks. And it should be enough to waltz his way through and take out this entire expansion with key structures. And it seems like we're going to have an equalizer once again. And are we going to move on to the final game here? It looks like it. Radar Dome tech is going down for Upps. His War Factory and his SD are dead as well. Doesn't have any tank production. I don't think he has an MCV up here either. No, he does not. So he's down to 1 MCV. So any building he was building is cancelled as well. And so does his army. Cancelled. And there is the GG. Also known as GGG from Upps. And we're having an equalizer once again. And we're moving on to the final game. Game number 5 of this best of 5. Damn.
Battle control.
Why did I miss this live? This is amazing.
Battle control initialized.
Alright. Once again on Timian we have an allied mirror match between England and Germany. Mr. Bain spawning in the top left corner. And Upps is spawning in the bottom right. Game number 5. Yeah, I was just about to say this has been an allied mirror match from start to finish. So I guess we could say they had both even odds of winning. 5 aces, also known as 5 excuses? I have never heard about that, man. That's epic. That is pretty epic. Man, I hope he's doing alright, man. I haven't heard from him in a long time. There were actually a couple of my viewers on YouTube that they were asking to me like, hey man, is something wrong with 5 aces? Because we were talking about him in that video. He's like, hey man, is something wrong with 5 aces? Like, oh my god. I was like, no, not that I know. I mean, I know his computer's broken, but it's been broken for a while now, I think. I haven't heard from him in a long time. And his YouTube has also been a little bit quiet lately. But if you're looking for some RA content, I'm here to help you guys out. Fill in the gap. Anyways, we are having 2 double ref plays here. Upps is going to secure one of his own oils, and Bain is just trying to scout it out, I think. Yep, there's his hands. Oh, Bain! I can't. The lack of scouting is just. I can't believe it. I can't, like, even. I always, like, I'm such a fan of the early game, right? I love to do that. Alright, anyways, there's a reinvestment along with 1 rocket and 2 medics. Yeah, I was about to say, he's not going to be able to... Oh, he didn't even get this one. Oh my god. This is not good. It's 500 less assets that he can spend on infantry at this point of the game. And also, he hasn't been sitting on an oil for a long time here, so Upps is actually getting a lot of extra funds compared to Bain. And that could really make a difference into overwhelming him in early game. Oh! I was just looking at chat. Upps is not doing good in terms of build order, in terms of macro. War Factory has been delayed by a lot, but luckily in terms of timings for the light field, it's not gonna matter that much because Bain usually goes for 2 harvesters first. Which I'm not always a fan of. It depends. Sure, it gives you that extra eco boost a little bit sooner, and you're able to pump out infantry just a little bit faster. Especially if you're going with the War Factory first build. However, sometimes you just need that extra APC for the soaking or the ranger with the vision just to win that early engagement battle. And if you don't have that and your opponent has that, well, that's just going to make all the difference. Especially here in this case, look at that. This is even taking it to the extreme. Light tank and the ranger versus an infantry that doesn't have anything. So basically, Upps has the capabilities here of just sniping away at this infantry without losing anything himself. Let's see if that is going to be the case. Light tank and ranger. There's Bain immediately retreating, waiting for his ranger to pop out. But I don't think... No, Upps is not using the vision of his ranger right now. There we go, that's better. Now you can see that he's using the vision of the ranger because now these two rifles are shooting as well. But in this case, Bain has medics. So this is going to be a favorable trade here for Bain. Was looking pretty good for Upps, but unfortunately it was pretty close to Bain's main, so he was able to reinforce a little bit faster, pump out units, wait for the ranger, and then wait for the best opportunity to strike, and he went for a pretty good cleanup, which will put him into the lead. With a nice MCV timing as well, a little bit on the late side. 440, but still very acceptable. Meanwhile, on the other side, Upps' war factory was a little bit delayed, but I think he caught up. He catched up a little bit. Don't think he slowed down any further from there on out, but still a huge deal. Oh, there's the recap from Bain. Sneaky. It should work out. Rifleman. I don't think the rifleman will be there on time. Ooh, yep. Also stopped moving because he lost vision. Oh, and there's a Bain MC from Upps, possibly? Yikes. Aggressive position from Bain here as well. He's going to try and deny that position from Upps. And he has a pretty big army compared to what Upps has in his main. Let's have a look at the combat tab here. Yeah, I was about to say, it looks bigger, but it is starting to become larger and larger, the difference that is. Not sure if you guys heard that, but I did. It was weird. I got a little bit creeped out. Yeah, Bain is taking his time here. Upps has a little bit of scout set up, but Bain is just going past those, and Upps actually has no scout set up on the flank here. There's Bain. Upps is going in with the MCV leading the charge, barely makes it out. Bain has moved his MCV out just to be sure, because he definitely doesn't have enough to deal with that. He's trying to keep his infantry safe with the pillboxes though. Actually did a pretty good job taking out all those medium tanks almost. But his army is, his army is not in a good position. And that is the reason that Upps was able to push this position. If he just kept a little bit more army here, could have denied that entire position from Upps. And now his army got scouted out. Upps. Luckily he got warned by Upps. Whew. Jesus, I was about to say. Yeah. There were more people like, Upps, please. There's an army in your main. Will it be the stress? We don't know for sure. But he's not out of the game yet. Upps still has a very good chance here. And it's 2-2. He has shown before that he can do this pretty convincingly before. Oh, Upps, what? Oh, that army was completely out of position. Oh, dear God. Trying to hold on here. He needs eco. 4 harvesters are also not working, just sitting there idle. This is not looking good. Meanwhile, the army value for Bain is already doubled. And Upps is out of cash. Upps is out of cash. He realized right now that that is a long time sitting without production, especially in this part of the game where your eco is just flooding in right now at this point, if everything is going well and according to plan, obviously. But this should be pretty much the state of the game where you have enough money to spend. I was about to say, it's not looking good for Bain. He's surrounded by a lot of barrels. And forces the retreat for now. Still not looking good. Luckily he didn't lose any key structures, but he's really behind in terms of eco, and this is actually a very annoying expansion for Upps to deal with, as it allows Bain to just freely flank Upps' main. And he can make that happen quite fast because of the infantry production. Guess the only thorn in Bain's base is pretty much this for now. And there's a giant attack coming onto the right side, straight onto Upps' base, pretty much just going full face forward, trying to deny this expansion. And this is a pretty important expansion for Upps to have. That's a double mine. That's his natural, basically. There's Upps with the retaliation, has lots of medium tanks, but he can't deny it. Yeah, Bain is reinforced by pillboxes and turrets, so that is definitely not doable. Here comes Bain. Just like I said, he just changes production to here for maybe like a minute or two, minute and a half maybe, and look at that blop. Decent enough to do some serious damage. But let's see what Bain's plans are. He's doing a nice redirection over here, but Upps has a feeling. Moving his army as well. Oh no, Upps. Oh man, he is broke as well, so that was actually going to be... I'm not sure what he was planning, because he knew that this expansion was there. Oh, and now Bain is going in over here, he's going to snipe out the ref, and that was a pretty decent patch. Here comes Upps, he's going forward, but Bain has retreated already, and he's sitting in the main to keep it safe. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think this might be it. There's Bain with the solid defense, he's even moving forward, and there's Upps calling the GG, and Bain is the winner in this pretty exciting best of 5. Well played by both players here. What an extraordinary game. Wow, look at all these spectators. So yeah, this match was pretty good, pretty legendary. I have to say, props to Upps. I didn't expect it at all, and to be fair, I'll tell you a little bit secret, but neither did Bain. I remember he messaged me after the set and he was like, holy shit, I didn't know Upps was this good. I was like, what happened? I said, well, he said, just have to find out for yourself. But yeah, I was shocked, he said. So I was like, okay, all right. I was curious, and yeah.
Battle control terminated.
Pretty fucking good games.